Hello.
Completely different personalities, y'all.
Hello. Hello. It's tax day. Hello.
It's tax day. Okay, but I have not been in the thick of it like you. Taxes are primary for me.
No. It's becoming primary for me.
Yes.
Let's put it that way. So how many? Well, I don't know if we want to say how many returns we did because I'm still small potatoes compared to a lot of people.
But you know, those small potatoes give you the ability to really be present with people. So this year, what I will say is I did not get paid to prepare any returns. None.
Oh.
None.
Okay.
So when I say tax season isn't killing me, I didn't get paid to prepare returns this year. I did not renew my P10. I helped people if they had questions, and I did like my return, right? Like I did my business, my husband's business, like I did our returns. So for me, tax season has not been bad at all. But that's because I don't want tax to be the primary of my business. I want advisory to be, and tax is an add-on service that not everybody needs. So let's hear how many returns you did, because it's way more than my 0.
So far I've done 46.
Woohoo!
And I have, I think, 8 on extension.
Okay, so 54.
Well, 9 counting today. So, yeah.
That's a good amount of returns for a solopreneur.
Thank you. Thank you. It's double what I did last year. So, so we'll see. I would like to double it again next year.
Ooh, I hope you're hiring help if you double it again next year.
Well, we'll see. I could have gotten an earlier start, I think.
Oh, yeah, but like sometimes no matter how early of a start you get, it's not enough because the way the documents come out.
Well, yeah, that is true. And I will say I could have worked more than I did. Yeah. So I've got more time that I can spend.
You have capacity.
I have more capacity, definitely. So okay. I'm not tapped out yet, for sure. So
yay!
But there's more to talk about.
Anybody looking for a new preparer next year? Tammy.
Yeah, it's me. And so because I like taxes.
Me
I like
too.
Them. And we can get into that as we go. But for now, let's roll the credits and then we'll come back and we'll discuss this even more. Okay?
Yay!
All right. Here they are. Here we go. We are back.
Okay, guys, if you can't tell, so informal today.
We are very informal today. This is episode 13 of the Down Home Texas Small Business Show, and I'm Tammy Fisher, and this is Amanda, and she's going to walk on her treadmill and get her steps in, and I'm going to sit here on my ass and drink my Dr. Pepper.
No. So what we're really doing is we're sharing our wins, and funnily enough, like one of my big wins is walking right now. So that's one of the things I want to talk about. It's one of my, I said big wins. Walking is a big win for me, but we're not only sharing big wins, we're just sharing wins.
Yes.
Wins.
Yes.
We need
because it's Yes, it's good news. It's Good News Monday. Is it Monday?
Yeah.
Okay. It's good news. I don't even know what day it is. It's Good News Monday. Okay. And that is a good one
Yes.
because it's not always easy to work that into your day.
Okay, no, it's not. And I did not make it easy at all on myself. So, what I didn't tell most people is the month of March, I challenged myself to walk 4 miles on the treadmill every day.
Wow.
So, by the end of March, I thought I was going to die. I mean, I was supposed to have like 124 miles minimum, and I had like 138 or something. So I walked an extra 14 miles. And I cannot tell you guys, I hate exercising. Hate it. It is like the bane of my existence. It is
Same.
awful. But most of you don't know I'm going through some stuff in my personal life. Nothing to be concerned about, but it does affect my mental health. And this was my way, as my therapist put it, to control something that is uncontrollable. And so this is what I've done. I knew that it was, oh, thanks, Josh.
Right.
I could not sustain 4 miles a day. So for the month of April, I've gone down to at least 3 miles. It doesn't have to be on the treadmill. It's getting prettier, so I'm going outside, except for I'm sunburned because I went outside. and I picked up yoga as a secondary for losing that 1 mile. So
Hey.
every month
Right.
I am challenging myself to something, and I hate it, but it helps so much. So
Yes.
that's my huge win, which for me, if you knew how much I hate working out, like you would understand how big a win this is for me.
That's really impressive, Amanda. How many? Okay, tell us again. How many total miles for March?
Okay, 138 for March on the treadmill. Like
Wow.
workout miles. So I'm currently calculating, y'all, I'm a spreadsheet girly. Y'all remember this, right? And so I am currently typing in for the last couple days what it's been. So far for the year of 2024, I am at 293 miles
Oh my gosh.
on the
That's
treadmill,
incredible.
or working out miles, not just like everyday walking.
Wow. That is incredible.
So
Okay.
when I
Okay,
say
I'm
like
gonna-
it's my big win, almost 300 miles.
That is a big win.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's
I think
why I do
anything
it
that we
while
talk
I'm
about
working.
now just pales in comparison.
Josh, geez, I know, but okay,
Jeez.
it's keeping me sane, and yeah. For April, so far, I have worked out 21 hours and 47 minutes.
That's crazy.
So yeah,
Wow.
it's not my favorite.
I don't. Okay.
Josh.
I don't have a shower interrupted. I'm with Josh. Yeah.
So am I.
Josh is more my speed for sure.
So am I. That is my very, very normal. This is an intentional effort in hopes to help my mental health. Let's be real honest. That's what it's for.
See, okay, so Amanda, you could have walked to my house
I know.
this
Isn't
year.
that
You could have walked to my
wild?
house. Yeah.
Okay, but not all at once, obviously. How many days? Will you turn it on the walker and see how many days that would have taken me?
4 days. It says 4 days to go 233 miles per hour amount.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're being really generous.
with how quickly you can walk with no brakes.
I mean, how can you walk that far? Yeah, I don't see it, but okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a lot.
Or you could have ridden a bike in 23 hours.
Okay, does anybody bike? Anybody watching, do y'all bike?
No.
I tried to bike. We bought bikes like several years ago with our family, and it was not that much of a workout as a child, and now I can't do it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. No.
Uh-huh. I used to, years and years ago, I used to bike to work. Honestly, it wasn't that far. It was like 3.5 miles. But I did used to bike to work. But here's the thing: in nice weather in Texas, when you bike to work, you have to pack with you your clothes
Mhm.
and a hairdryer because when you get there, the humidity
Yep.
does this thing to your hair, and you can't function the rest of the day looking like that.
Yep.
So, yeah, so it was an ordeal. So.
I was about to ask what you did about like your shoes and your clothes, because I'm like, yeah. And to the people who get up and go to the gym first thing in the morning, kudos to y'all, because I also can't do that.
Kudos, because I don't like doing that at all. No, but I did. I used to bike to work about 4 days a week, just for kicks.
So
And,
3.5 miles one way, so like 7 a day. Wow.
Yeah, I was a lot younger back then. So I was a lot younger and a lot crazier. So nowadays,
I don't know that the crazy went away.
The crazy didn't go away. The youth did.
Yeah.
I really need to. I would like to get out and walk. I used to walk on top of that. In addition to that, so I used to get out and walk too. I used to walk or run 3 miles a day. I need to get out and walk again, and I want to do it in the mornings. I just haven't made time for it, but I will.
You have kiddos though, like
I know.
My kids are like grown. They mostly do everything for themselves, other than like pay for everything.
I know. Well, now with the 15th being here today, and that big push being over, one of my goals is to work it into my morning time.
Mm-hmm.
So that I normally on my calendar, my day does not actually officially start until about 9:30. So that first part of the morning is me time. So I'm thinking that I could work it into there, and let it go. And I probably could do it in the evenings if I needed to. So we'll see.
I feel guilty when I push mine too late into the evenings.
Yeah.
I do feel guilty about it. I feel like I'm giving up part of my time with my family, which they totally support me doing this, by the way. Let me But like I feel guilty for doing something for myself, which I know I shouldn't. I know.
Mm-hmm.
So don't come at me, y'all. I know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But like it's that mom thing where I'm like, oh, I only have this much time.
Yeah. Let's see. There's a T-shirt. Yeah, I saw a T-shirt over the weekend that says, "My alone time is for everyone's safety."
Yes.
It's this woman right here. So yeah, that might be what I adopt doing, either in the mornings first thing, or I might do it in the evenings some of the time, just to get away. It's a little chaotic at my house.
I've been trying to incorporate some of my family. Like yesterday, my husband went on the walk. Saturday, my daughter went on the walk. Obviously, when I'm on the treadmill in my office and my daughter's at school, like that doesn't work. But like,
it doesn't work.
Yeah. No, that's great.
Good. So we've got Josh is in the chat room. Josh, what is your win for first quarter 2024? Type it out so that we can post it up here. Big or small, doesn't matter.
Actually, Josh, I'm about to give you a win. I just haven't told you yet. I have somebody who wants to purchase your program. I just haven't said anything yet, and I was supposed to. My bad. So shout out to Josh and his project management program that he is selling. I have somebody who wants the first 2 courses. So I have a win for Josh. I just haven't told him.
Win for Josh.
Yay!
Win for Josh. Yay!
So
there's nothing wrong with that. That's a good one. All right.
Very
good.
Tammy,
very good.
Personal wins. Do you have any?
Personal. Oh, that's another good one right there. I'm going to pop that one up here. Personal wins. You know what? I'm jealous because Josh has a garden and I don't have one. So, I would
Josh,
like to
how
have
far
one.
can you ship?
Really?
No, like really though, because I can't.
I would like to have one. I did plant some ornamental sunflowers.
Ooh.
And they're coming up, so that's kind of nice. But I didn't plant any vegetables this year, and that kind of makes me sad. But I don't have the time and I don't have the space to devote to all that.
I have the most gorgeous purple irises blooming in my backyard, which came with my house. I did not plant them. That's the only reason they are still alive.
Yep.
And they bloom on their own, but right now they are blooming and they are the most gorgeous shade of purple.
Yep, they are. I have some in my backyard that my neighbor gave me, and we transplanted them, and it took a couple of years, but they bloom now. So we have those.
Color?
Purple.
Purple.
Yeah, I like the purple ones best. Some of my neighbors have yellow and white, and I don't think those are as pretty.
So I'm a little bit weird about like the flowers I like. I always want like the dark and moody colors, and my husband like wants the bright and shiny, and I'm like, so we have a pretty large one actually. Oh.
So we weeded and restarted yesterday. I loved to garden. We had a COVID garden and it did really well. But since then, I just haven't had a lot of time to mess with it. So
hey, Josh, if we send you a link, will you hop on video with us? No pressure if you are not in a place where you can do that. But if so, we're going to hop you on because now we're just going to talk about gardening. Y'all, we really are. This is just our pick-me-up to do that last little push. Even though I'm not doing tax returns, I'm having to answer questions for tax returns. I'm having to give advice for tax returns. So even though I'm not doing them, it is still tax season. It still does apply here. Just to be clear. But we're making it through it one little step at a time.
We are. So
is it prom season there, Tammy? Like, have y'all done prom?
It is prom season, but Audrey is really not interested in that sort of thing. Now, let's talk about personal wins. Let's talk about my granddaughter, who is my kid for all intents and purposes. She finished up school last Monday. She graduated a year early. She got into an accelerated high school program back in October, and she finished a year and a month early. Graduation isn't until next month, so she will do that. She will walk the stage. We've talked to her about that, even though she really doesn't care about that part either. But we're just like, that's not for you, it's for us. And so she's going to do that. And she's off to the University of North Texas in the fall. And she's already got a scholarship, and her tuition is covered, and she's well on her way. So
Yay, Audrey!
for us, yeah, yay, Audrey. For us, that's a big deal. So.
Huge deal. So in our world, we had prom on Saturday for my middle son. He's a senior, and so we're about to do graduation, and we're also having that debate on how much of it's for parents and family versus just the grad, because he's like, I don't want anybody to make a big fuss over me. And I'm like, but you're not the only one who has done this for the last 13 years. Like,
right.
We want to get to celebrate this milestone. So,
right.
Yeah, we're having that conversation. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we get them this far. It matters. So, definitely. Yeah. We also, we went... Atlas, her brother, is going to he'll be in 6th grade. That's the first year that the kids get to join band. And so he went to try out to see which band instrument he might want to play. And it looks like we will have a trombone player. So pray for me.
You'll do great. You'll do great.
Pray for us. Yeah, sounds like our house is going to be more noisy than ever before.
I mean, okay, so I say this hesitantly, but we really lucked out with having 0 kids that did band. I know absolutely nothing about band, and that would have been a huge learning curve. Not that there's anything wrong with band, but my daughter asked me Saturday, she was like, Mom, did you play sports? And I was like, no, I'm a nerd. No, I didn't do band or sports. I'm a nerd. I'm a bookworm. I read like 1 million books.
Yeah.
So happy I didn't have to learn band.
I did band. I was in the band from 6th grade on, all the way through high school. I attempted to play the clarinet. I was not good at it. My thing was color guard. So
that's what I was going to say. I would have wanted to do color guard, but you had to be in color guard. So
I was a member of the flag corps. I was captain and co-captain of the flag corps my junior and senior years. So that was where it was at. The rest of the time when we weren't marching, it was just sit in the back row and pretend to play the clarinet.
And pretend to play the clarinet.
And pretend to play the clarinet. Uh-huh.
I mean, no, not pretend.
Pretty much.
I mean, I feel that too. I did
okay.
Yearbook. I edited the yearbook.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
I was a nerd.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, band was the only thing I did. I didn't do sports. Not a sporty person. Never had the desire to do any of that. In fact, back then, I don't know if it's still like this, but back then in the olden days, once you got into high school, if you were in band, that took the place of your PE credit. So you no longer had to have a phys ed credit. And so I remember being so happy to still be in band, because then I did not have to take phys ed anymore, because I hated PE. Hated it.
Yeah, that was I was not good at PE. I had to take PE. All my favorite classes were like computer classes, but not PE.
No, I hated it. I hated all the sports. Didn't want to play any of them. Wasn't good at it. They'd make us run. Ugh, it's awful.
Okay, but you just were talking about how you used to run like 3 miles a day. So
I know. But not when I was not in high school. There was just a brief period there where, I don't know, I was possessed by somebody else. And then and then now I'm not anymore. So
Or maybe now you're
No.
possessed by a different thing.
maybe, I don't know. I'll walk, but I won't run. So
Yeah, I don't like running very much. It doesn't.
I didn't like it then either. I would do it, but I didn't like it. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, kind of like this whole walking thing. I'm doing it, but I don't like it.
Walking is fine. I don't mind walking, and I love yoga. Yoga is incredible, but I don't have any need for running. I don't have any need for anything that's really strenuous.
Okay, wait. Yoga is strenuous. I am doing some hard yoga.
Well, maybe you're doing it wrong.
No, I am challenging myself.
It is difficult, but I mean, it doesn't involve jumping up and down.
Mm-mm.
And it doesn't involve, it doesn't involve like jumping up and down and being so out of breath you think you're going to die.
Okay, well, I am so out of breath. I feel like I'm going to die on some of this yoga. Yesterday, I literally collapsed on my mat, which, y'all, I am just way out of shape. I am not a good worker outer. It's just not my friend.
But the thing about yoga is they keep telling you to breathe.
Yes.
So if you need to stop and breathe, it's okay.
I had to do that yesterday. And I was like, oh my
It's
God.
okay. It's okay.
So-
if you're running or if you're doing cardio or something like
Hands
that,
up.
they don't want you to stop and breathe. They just
No,
want you to
hands up.
die.
Yeah, they want you to die.
They just want you to
That's
die.
the whole point of cardio is to kill you.
It's just to kill you. But if you're doing yoga, it's okay for you to hold, just get into a comfortable pose and breathe.
Yep.
Because, and I love that yoga is a practice.
Yes.
Yes. So
I am okay. So kind of where yoga came about, just so everybody is very aware. My husband is a carpenter. He builds things, and I am a collector, and I collect things. And so my husband built me, with my help, a storage shelf for my bins of decorations for all the holidays. Okay, we did this on like a Sunday afternoon, and it wasn't difficult. None of the material was heavy, but I had to bend and twist a lot. And do you know I couldn't move for a couple of days because I'm not used to moving, bending, and twisting like that. I sit at a desk or I stand at my desk and I walk. But I realized just how inactive I am in my job. And oh, Josh, do you want to come on? Can you come on, Josh? Josh, we'll send you a link.
I sent him the link already.
Okay, I'm like, we will tease you into this to talk about yoga and gardening. But that's how yoga started for me. I was like whining to my sister about it, and she was like, so maybe your next challenge, you do some stretching, you do some yoga, Pilates. And that's how it was born, because I couldn't help my husband without not being able to move for a couple of days.
It's tough. It's tough. I get it. I have a past history with exercise
Let's hear it.
and nutrition. Well, I mean, this is supposed to be celebrate your wins, and we're going to end up going into therapy sessions here.
Maybe we need therapy.
So many years ago, more than I'd like to admit,
We won't count them. Just
it was quite a long time ago. When I was younger, my husband and I went together. We went on a diet and exercise kick, and it was needed. I was really overweight, and so we went on a diet and exercise kick. We did a particular exercise program that we saw on TV that was somewhat popular. Well, it was gaining popularity at the time. and they had an online community that we joined and did all this stuff, and he's never been overweight a day in his life. Oh yay! Hi, Melissa.
Hi.
I'm glad you are here. We are in here telling stories and telling secrets. So,
I mean, we're just talking.
We're just
still
talking.
tax season.
But I did this weight loss thing, and I was very successful at it. And the company ended up putting me in their infomercial. They ended up they flew us to Hawaii, and they filmed us. They filmed me. Of course, my husband was like an extra.
How do I not know this about you?
I mean, you know, it was a long time ago. But it was fun at the time, and it was also very good for the ego. Let's put it that way. Okay. And okay, I'm going to say this. When people have an addictive personality, they tend to give up one addiction for another.
Oh, that's my exercise right now.
Okay. So, I am a person who has an addictive personality. And in this case, I gave up an addiction to food for an addiction to exercise, which then morphed into an addiction to attention.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So this went on for probably 2 or 3 years, and it seemed on the surface that everything was okay. But what got me was standing in the kitchen with my very, very dear friend and preaching to her why her choice of breakfast cereal wasn't the right one.
Oh, yep.
And she had not asked me to
Give her
speak about her breakfast cereal.
Yep.
But for some reason in my mind, I thought at that point that everybody needed my opinions about what they needed to eat and what they needed to do to live a healthy lifestyle. And for some reason that set off a light bulb in me, and I thought, I have taken this way too far. So I took a step back, and that's why to this day, I've worked really hard to regain a healthy, what I consider for me, a healthy relationship with being active and with food and just living, and not having to have that feeling that, you know, oh, if I don't work out for an hour today, then I've done something wrong.
Okay, so I am sort of in that battle with myself right now. So last month, Roger and I went to San Antonio for our anniversary, and I worked out the entire time we were gone. Every morning I got up and worked out. And some people were like, hey, you can take a few days off. But I had made this commitment to myself. And I'm making small commitments to myself. I want to be very, very clear that I am not doing this forever. I'm making a 30-day commitment or a whatever commitment because I don't want it to be unattainable and unsustainable and then feel like I've let myself down. So I think in March sometime I asked what your big goals were on LinkedIn, and a lot of people said they were trying to honor their commitments to their self.
Right.
And I'm also doing that. But there are days I definitely don't want to do it. But the question I ask myself is the guilt I'm going to feel tomorrow worth it? And the answer is no, it is not. Now, I am having to change what I do. the 4 miles was not sustainable. I wish I would have never set out to do 4 miles a day, even for 30 days or 1 month. It was 31, I think. But I did, and I did it, and I stuck with it. My only caveat is if I get hurt, I won't hold that against myself. Like, I won't feel bad if I'm hurt
That's
and can't
good.
do it.
That's good.
But other than that, I'm like, yeah, I want to keep going. But I am a person of like routine and habit. And if I don't do it, then it's so easy for me to say, okay, I missed one day. Now what's another? Now what's another? What's another? Until
Oh, yeah, I completely understand that. Right.
But I'm struggling with that. Oh, that's my point. So we may have that conversation later on how to balance being able to take a day off versus having to keep going, because it's very difficult.
It is very difficult, and it's very individualized.
Yeah.
You know, because like you said, for some people, it's just a simple, like you said, it's as simple as I've made this commitment to myself and I want to see it through. Okay. But there's a fine line where for some people it's oh no, I have to do this every day.
Yep.
I must.
Yep.
If I don't do this every day, then I'm not worthy. Or I don't deserve to then do these other things. Or there's a really fine line between, oh, it's just a personal commitment and these other things. So I don't know.
My personal commitments have always been the first one that I walk out on. And so, like, if I had made this commitment with you and said, we're going to do it together, there's no way I would even consider backing out of it. But when it's just me, I'm like, oh, who's going to know? Nobody's going to know. You're just letting yourself down.
Right.
Which I know is absurd, y'all. I know.
No, it's not absurd. It's not absurd. Anyway, that's our therapy session for today. We'll carry it forward to another day.
But it is all inclusive of our wins. So I just want to say that even though that was a therapy session, like, think about the wins that we've had in those moments, the enlightenment that we've gotten, we have come so far. And I'm going to say this as a win for like how far I've come in the last several years. The person I am now had to go through some shit to get here. But like, I can't imagine learning all the lessons I've learned any other way. And no, I'm not thankful for everything I've gone through. Let me be very, very clear on that. But I am thankful to be where I am. And those are wins that I can look back and go, shit, that sucked. But look where I am. Look at me doing this. So like, even you, that healthy balance and food and working out and movement. I wasn't taught that as a kid. And I would love for somebody to have been that in my life to show me that. Kudos to you.
Well, yeah.
No, we're taking all the wins. We're not diminishing our wins.
I did it.
No,
well, you're right. You're right. I did do it. And when I first started it, I was thinking, there are a lot of people who don't think I can do this.
Yep.
So I'm going to.
Yep.
So that's why I'm going to do it.
The same with starting a business.
The same reason why when I started a business, there are lots of people out there who are thinking, oh, she thinks she's going to start a business. That'll last a short period of time and she'll give that up. You know, the EA. Oh, she says she's going to go and get her EA. Let's see how long that lasts. You know, so. And
here you are killing it.
It's almost like I need to have somebody in the background going, oh, I bet she won't do that. And then, because it's like spite is a big motivator for me. I don't know if that's a good thing or not,
You
but
need
it
to talk
is.
that out in therapy. No, I'm just kidding.
You know, I probably do need to talk that out. But yeah, that whole "I'll show you" is a big motivator for me. So,
I mean, whatever works to get it done.
yeah, it is. It
And that's
is.
why we're winning.
That's why we're winning. Winning. And I'm so glad that today is the 15th. And that things are going to get somewhat back to normal. And I'm just really glad that I can go back to thinking about bookkeeping and less about tax returns for a
Yeah.
little while, you know?
Advising. I'm so ready. Tax returns are somewhat in the past. I want to be looking forward. And I mean, that's why I chose my business structure to be the way that it is. I mean, that's all there is to it. It's so much fun to look towards the future. So, okay, guys. Well, we don't want to keep y'all all day. We really just wanted to come on and share some wins, some encouragement, some walk therapy, not talk therapy, walk therapy for Amanda. And I mean, really just be here. Josh, tax season's not all that bad. It's not
What
all
is he
that bad.
saying?
He said tax season, thumbs down.
Oh, you know what? I enjoyed it. I enjoyed tax season this year. I learned a lot this year.
Mm-hmm.
I learned about oil and gas royalties. I'm still learning about oil and gas royalties.
We talked.
Let's put that way. We've talked about that a little bit back and forth. I learned about 1033E exchanges of beef cattle. That's an involuntary conversion. That's considered an involuntary conversion of beef cattle when you sell them due to drought.
Yep.
And defer the gain.
Hunting.
Who knew that was going to come in handy? But I remember when I took the classes in my EA course, when we started talking about beef cattle and livestock, everybody else in my class, they couldn't understand why we had to learn this. Why do we have to learn the basis for cows and goats? And I was like, I am paying attention.
Because it matters in Texas.
Because it matters to me. Because I'm surrounded by ranchers.
Yeah.
So yes, totally. I totally paid attention to that. And so this year I had a doozy of a return with cattle. So it was really, really neat to be able to work on that one and to get it done right, and then to have the client go over it and to be extremely pleased with it. So
wins.
I was really, really happy about that. Yes. So
I mean, it's 'tis the season.
Love
and
it.
Not everybody loves tax season. Josh, I'm looking at you. But like, it's a good season.
If you don't like it, if you really don't like tax season and taxes, why are you in the business? Why are you doing it?
Well, Josh isn't in it. He's not in taxes, so at
Okay.
least we're lucky there.
Okay.
He
Well,
doesn't do
I
that.
mean,
Josh is an
that's my
electrician
thing.
by trade who has kind of switched into teaching. He's consulting and doing some fractional CFO services. So
He's doing
he
some construction
understands
stuff.
taxes. He's just not a huge fan.
Well, not everybody is a fan of it. And it's weird. It's weird to say that you like taxes.
I know. Hey, Josh, speaking of hunting season, do you kill deer, and can you also ship that to Texas?
We have our own deer.
Huh?
We have deer.
I don't hunt. I don't know how don't
Does
do
Roger?
that. No. We did not grow up in those kinds of families, Tammy.
He's gonna have to give his man card back.
He builds things. He builds things. He has his man card. I promise. It's funny. He actually has a man card that he got from our church.
Really?
I'm not joking. They went on a men's retreat, and my husband has a man's card. And I was like, I'll take that now.
That's
So-
hilarious. Oh my gosh. Well,
the things we just we went all over the place today.
we're all over the place today. I was gonna say, bring him down here, and he can go with Jimmy, and they can go hunt something.
Okay, so I tried to hunt when I
Jimmy
was
hunts it
younger,
all.
and you want to know what they told me? I talk too much. So if y'all haven't heard,
Oh no!
I talk
You
too
can't
much.
do that. You have to be quiet.
I'm not quiet. Have you met me? Hi, I'm Amanda. I talk.
Oh. Okay, Josh is here. We're gonna bring him on.
Oh, Josh.
Ugh,
Oh my
Surprise!
I gotta get
Josh.
set up.
Surprise guest.
I normally dress like this, so sorry guys. I don't dress up.
I'm in
Look at
workout
us.
gear. Like you are good. I'm in workout clothes.
T-shirt.
You're doing just
Yeah.
fine.
I have to move you guys. You're on a different screen. Yeah, tax season for me is just it's not what it is for you guys. It's not my bread and butter. As a CFO, yes, I deal with it, but it's not like my favorite thing.
So mine too. That's what I was saying earlier. I have switched. It's not my main bread and butter anymore. It used to be, but it's not anymore. And so I did 0 paid tax returns this year. 0, because it's not my service offering.
It's not her thing. See, and
Yeah.
me, so me, I will bitch about it the entire season, but
Right
I
up
actually
until-
like it.
Yeah.
So,
You like the
I don't know
struggle.
why. I like the struggle. I like the challenge. I like putting all the pieces together.
Yep.
But I gripe about it along the way. You just have to ignore that part.
No, you
Yeah.
don't. That's the normal part of this season. You don't
Right.
ignore that part. It's the best
You
part.
don't?
It's the
Okay,
camaraderie.
good. I have an outlet for that on Slack. So
It's
That's
the
funny.
camaraderie.
I have a group on Slack where we go and we commiserate together. So
Okay, Josh, I want to hear about what's in your garden real fast.
Man, the stuff that took off were peas, lettuce, arugula, what's the other one? There's another root one like that. And then all the root stuff like potatoes, radishes took off, beets. But our tomatoes died, so I planted those again. All of our herbs died, but I have it all set up in a nice little, like I use cinder blocks and then fill the holes, and then I put my herbs in
Uh-huh.
there so you don't get a lot of weeds. It's my rosemary, pretty good size, my dill, all of that. It's really nice just to have fresh herbs. That's the expensive thing in the store.
Yes.
Yeah.
Planting
I
a
don't
garden
know.
is not cheap.
no.
Buy a whole grocery
It's
store
not.
for the cost of making a garden.
I know.
For
It's not cheap.
real though. But
Um,
something about growing your food. That's one of the things I alluded a while ago. I didn't have parents that taught me a whole lot. That's one of the things I want to learn to do. I want to learn to garden and can.
Yeah,
That is
that's my
in
wife.
future.
It's funny. My wife's a physician, but like she grew up homeschooled in Minnesota, and she like used to can everything. Like 10 years old, she'd go make cinnamon rolls and win the whole fair and all of that kind of thing. It's funny the history, and so she's teaching me because yeah, I had a farm. Like I grew up on a farm, but we had a garden, but not like we didn't go all in like that.
I
So-
mean, I picked stuff on my grandparents' garden, but like I didn't plant stuff. I didn't know. They said go pick this row and you do that,
Yeah,
but I didn't learn how to do it.
yeah. How did we get to this point? You got to enjoy all the fruits of the labor, but you don't know how to do it.
Yeah, that's why
That's
I still
me
go
and
to the
taxes.
grocery store. Same thing. I get to
Yeah.
enjoy all the fruits and not have the labor.
Yep.
It's it gets addictive. We were talking about addictions earlier.
Yeah.
It gets addictive because you'll start you'll start the first time you'll start and you'll be like, oh, I'm just going to grow enough for my family. And then the
you're
next
gonna-
year, and then the next year it's like, well, this year I'm going to grow 7 varieties of tomato.
Yep.
And then before you know it, your husband is going, stop. We don't have enough room.
That's funny.
Okay, so Josh, is your wife the other way? Is she the keep going or is she the stopper?
Oh, it depends on the situation. If she's work, she's the keep going. But when we go on vacation or hiking, she's the keep going, working out, keep going. But certain things, she's like, okay, I've had enough of this. Especially now that she's pregnant and like, second trimester, there's a lot of let's stop right now.
Congrats on that.
Thank you. We're having a girl, so super excited. Yeah.
That's
Yep.
good.
Yeah, sorry, I don't mean to hijack your guys' stream. This is all about you guys.
No.
Josh, have you
That's-
heard
that's
this
something to celebrate.
conversation?
I heard most of it. My internet would go out, and then with the baby, it's like he would kick the phone and all that stuff. So that's
We
why
are
it was.
all over the place. There is no hijacking this conversation.
It's like today we started with a subject and we quickly left. So
It's our wins, and we have a lot of them all over the place.
Right.
this is how Amanda and I usually talk every Monday, and this is how it goes.
It's hard
Every
when you guys
Monday.
are talking about wins in Q1 because it's like just starting. You finish taxes and now you can start
No.
planning.
That's
Same with
right.
the winter turning into spring, you're like, well, I haven't actually accomplished my goals because I'm still like just getting into working out again because Christmas.
That's exactly right. It
So.
feels like we haven't really done much of anything other than just recover from
Yeah.
the first part of
Winter?
the year. So
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah.
So I'm just looking forward to being able to just relax and actually do things.
Wait,
Yeah.
relax? What is that?
Ah, trust me, I'm going to be doing some relaxing.
I don't know how to do that.
Apparently you don't, Miss Walk on the treadmill the whole hour.
Hold on, let me see. It's about to tell me. Since Tammy and I have been on the phone, I'm at over 4 miles.
Jeez. That's awesome though. Walking is so good for
overachiever.
your health. Like the smallest amount of walking a day just helps. So like what you're doing is really great.
Overachiever. See, I'm going to have to get a treadmill. This is what's going to happen. I'm going to have to get a treadmill now so that we're both walking while we're doing this.
There you go.
And it'll be
We'll be the
It'll be like-
treadmill club. Treadmill
walking accountants,
Yeah, something.
something.
Unless it's tax season, then we'll probably stop. For
I
for the
have
year.
learned
We'll just keep
so-
doing it.
I can write, I can type, I can do all sorts of stuff while I walk. My husband watched me sign a check the other day. He was like, Amanda, how are you doing that? And I was like, I've been practicing.
That's awesome.
See, I don't know that I can type or write while I'm
Yes,
walking,
you can. Yes, you can.
I can definitely think
Okay.
clearer, but I don't know that I could effectively, like I can type 80 words a minute when I'm focusing. I don't know if I could do that without errors.
It's still muscle memory. It's still muscle memory.
Fair.
You can do
Uh-huh.
it. Now I'm gonna be like, will y'all challenge yourselves to see? No.
Okay.
I'd have to go get a
faster.
treadmill.
Walk faster. Do it
We'll
while
get
you're
the-
walking faster.
Hey, guess what? Oh, that's another win of mine. I started out walking at like a mile an hour, and I'm up to 3.5 miles an hour. So
Nice.
like, not
Dang,
only
girl.
when I
Apparently
first
it's more than
started,
that.
I did this for hours a day, and now I'm down to not hours a day, but the same amount of miles. So
I think we're going to have her running sprints before it's over with.
Yeah.
I don't know about all that. I probably couldn't type and run sprints. Definitely couldn't write a
We're gonna-
check and run sprints.
I think your average has gone up if you've already gone over 4 miles in the last 50 minutes.
Well, no, we were on the phone a little while before.
We were on
okay,
before.
fair.
So we
So-
cheated.
We
Uh,
did a little bit. We have a
We
make
cheated a
sure our
little.
microphone works. Our camera's not upside down, Goose.
Oh, Goose.
Oh,
We
Goose.
love him.
Shout out, Goose. We love
I've been
you.
texting.
Shout
I've
out
been
to
texting him
Goose.
today. I'll have to let him know that he has to watch this because we brought him up.
Yeah, brought him up.
Yeah, he has to watch the whole episode to see the last few minutes.
To get to the very last when we were shouting him out. That's right.
That's funny.
But yeah. Anyway, well, Josh, thanks for coming on and even just talking about your garden. We really wanted a pick me up to end tax season.
Yeah. If I can ever help, let me know. I would send you vegetables, but like it's not worth. I am going to be in Texas coming up though.
I think you can.
You probably could.
What are you coming to Texas for?
My aunt and uncle live in New Braunfels, and my cousin lives in Austin. So we're going to be spending time in San Antonio for a conference and seeing
When?
Okay.
the 10th through the 18th of May.
Okay.
17th.
All right, Amanda.
Because you're way up
Come
there.
and pick me up.
I was looking at your stuff. I was like, there's no way.
Amanda is. Yeah.
No.
Amanda is. I'm not that far. So
She's not.
You're
But
in Dallas. I'm guessing
Me?
by the map. Fort Worth?
No.
Dang it. I'm bad
No.
at it.
she's in Brownwood,
Okay.
which is
Brownwood, Central Texas.
It is
Yeah.
amazing.
I see the map.
And I'm in West Texas, so
Yeah.
I'm just way out here
She's
in the middle.
she's
It's
kind of
like
up there,
10 hours away.
kind of almost to. Yeah, Amanda's almost in the Panhandle.
Yeah.
So
We're close to
I'm in
Oklahoma.
Central Texas. I'm just north of the hill country.
Okay.
So on the very north edge of the hill country. So
Okay.
It is
yeah.
beautiful. I went last year to attend a conference, and it is
Mhm.
beautiful.
We usually went down when I was a kid to see my family, 5 times in 5
Yeah.
years or 6 years. Always spent time on the Riverwalk. Alamo's really cool. And now we have the toddler, so it's really exciting to do that with him and
Yeah,
kind of let him experience it the way that I experienced it.
Yeah.
it's a good
Oh.
it's a good place with lots to do.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and I was gonna try to hit up a couple construction people that I know down there. So
good idea.
just networking. It's like I don't know if Amanda brought this up. Like this whole thing for me is like part time. I do fractional CFO for one person that's a friend of mine, and the construction coaching is like a hobby. I stayed home with the baby. That's my job, and I love that.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, so it's fun to get out and meet people like you guys. So
Yeah.
Yep.
Good. Well, we're glad you joined us for a little bit today.
yeah. Sorry I couldn't be
We'll have to
earlier.
have you come back.
The baby was not having it.
They're like that.
Yeah. You're like
They have a
Ian,
tendency to be like that.
yeah, it's like your schedule said 1 o'clock. What happened?
Yeah. That's right.
We're late.
All right. Well,
Well,
Yes,
thank
we're
you
gonna
so
get
much
ready
for
to-
jumping on with us, Josh. Like, we really do appreciate
Yeah.
you being willing to, like, come on and talk, not
About
tax
anything.
with us.
Yeah. I'll talk anytime.
Pretty much about
you guys
anything.
want. Yep.
We'll bring you on about your project management construction course.
Oh, no worries. Yeah, I can't wait to hear from you about whoever you sold to.
I do. I have it sold, so I gotta get it connected so that you actually
Yeah.
sell it. But 2 courses,
Well, thank you. I appreciate you.
of course.
all right.
Okay, guys, thank you so much for coming on and sharing with us with our wins. We just wanted to end this tax season on a high, and I
Yep.
think we've done that, therapy and all.
I think that we've covered a whole lot of stuff today. So,
None of
We
it
will be
related
back.
to.
hey, it is what it is, but it was fun.
Yes. So thanks for the hour water cooler talk and allowing me to get my steps in today.
There you go. I think coming up on April the 29th, if all goes well, we are planning to talk about. We're planning on talking about. I have our notes. We were planning to talk about how to work with difficult people.
Woo!
With how
We're
to talk,
excited for
how
that
to
one.
work with difficult people, and we'll have a special guest on that day who's going to talk to us about different personality types. We're going to take a personality quiz, a real quick one, and then we're going to learn what our results are and the different traits for different personality types and how we can best communicate amongst ourselves.
And
So-
intergenerational things. That is a big thing in what appears to be difficult work environments. So we're gonna bring
Yes.
in some discussion about that too, guys.
Yep, I think that's going to be a really fun one. So y'all watch out for that one. We'll get some notes up about that in the next week or so. So until then, get back to work, finish your taxes, file your extensions.
See y'all soon.
See y'all soon.
Bye.
Bye.